Do you know sometimes you're just sitting around with your group of friends and they're all talking about some classic movie that's just so amazing and they're laughing about it, thinking it's so great. They look over at you for your 2 cents and you realize, oops, haven't seen it. And then they all look at you with this horrified, shocked look. Well, at RedEye, that's what we call big screen blind spot.
What's up, folks? I'm Ernest Wilkins, and my big screen blind spot is The Fly, the 1986 horror flick starring Jeff Goldblum, Geena Davis, and some guy who doesn't have a career anymore, I guess. Listen, this movie, I'm happy I didn't see it, okay? I was so bored, there were I'm eye rolls, frustration. The movie was terrible, okay? So let me give you a little backstory before I get into why it's so bad. The movie starts with this guy, Seth Brundle. He's a scientist, he's a nice guy. He owns the same outfit, and so he wears the same outfit every single day because he just doesn't want to think about clothes. Sure, great philosophy, I might adopt it. Moving on. Geena Davis is a reporter for Particle magazine because, like, okay. He's sitting there and he goes, hey, come back to my apartment. She does, which, first of all, they just met at this restaurant, so, like, he doesn't even know her. She doesn't even know him, but she goes back to his house. He goes in, there's these 2 pods, right? And he goes, I want to show you something. She takes off her stocking, which, again, she's known this guy maybe for an hour. Takes off her stocking in the room, puts it in the pod. He transports the stocking to the other pod. She's like, which, I mean, it's cool, transporting things. He goes, yes, I can move things through the transporters. After they start dating, Geena Davis and Jeff Goldblum, they have sex. Well, hooray for that. And then he gets an idea during sex to fix the transporter so that he can change, you know, solid human beings and animals through the transporter. So he gets up during sex. First of all, how bad was the sex that you have to stop having sex in the middle of sex to say, hold on, I'm gonna go adjust this variable or whatever. I don't know what happened. Maybe the 80s were crazy, people were on cocaine, I know. So he takes another baboon, transports him over. So now, you can do it, yay, baboons, we can move them. Being a smart man, I'm kidding. He transports himself. He's like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. Unfortunately, and this is where it gets dicey, he gets in the pod, but guess what flies into the pod? That's right, I just told you, a fly. They transport. And Jeff Goldblum comes out, and he's like, cool. So all of a sudden, a couple weeks later, he starts feeling really weird. He's got like this weird scar and like hairs coming out of it. He gets really like strong and really, you know, aggressive, and he likes to have sex with Geena Davis all day. And all of a sudden, one day he's sitting there, and he's, you know, scratching his face, and one of his fingernails pops off. He peels off his fingernail in front of you, God, and everybody. He goes and checks the computer. Apparently, he realizes that the fly and him have merged at the genetic level. So now he's half man and half fly. His face just gets all messed up, and he starts like getting like antenna popping out of his stuff. Now here's the messed up part. The fly, in order to eat, he throws up on his food so he can eat it, right? He throws up on the dude's hand. It's acid. My hand. He's like this. He's like, ah! Because that's what I would do. The monster now, he's no longer Seth. He's a monster now. Takes the monster, throws him into the pod. Throws Geena Davis into the pod. And he goes to put himself into the other one so they can merge. But the dude with the messed up head grabs a shotgun and shoots the cables, right? So now Seth, the fly, and the machine merge together. So now this disgusting creature comes out. He's half fly, half machine. He's got like a spike sticking out of him and like a gear in his chest. And he's like, blah, blah, blah. His eyes like this big now because he's become a full fly. And he's like, blah, blah. He can't talk because he doesn't have a mouth. And so he crawls over to Geena Davis, who is just beside herself, looks at the gun, picks it up with his like claw, and then points it at his forehead. Because he's like, please take me out of my misery. I'm suffering. He didn't say it because he can't talk. And Geena Davis takes a second. She's like, I can't do it, I can't do it. Because, you know, she still loves the guy that became the fly. But she's like, okay, fine. She kills him, blows his head up, and then she starts crying. And that's the end of the movie. Goriness, I'll give it a 3. There was some disgusting parts, but for the most part, you're not gonna see anything that's gonna make you like lose your lunch. As far as plausibility of the movie, sure. Transportation, it could happen. Probably not though. I'll give it a 2. As for everything else, this movie sucked, okay? It sucked. Don't see this movie. Save your time. Save your money. Save yourself.